Good morning. Well, yeah, still morning. On my way to this class. Just came from getting my DOT card. So we talk about opportunity being out here. How many people, my real question sometimes, man, be like, how many people really are not afraid of leaving the nest? How many people really are not afraid of leaving their nest? I'm gonna tell you something, man. You be amazed at if you leave places. If you would have the courage, sometimes, I guess, and I don't mean to say that in a way to try to be or downplay anybody's situation, because I understand everybody's in a different situation. But if you, what's up, Letitia? What's up, David? If you would be willing, man, to just sometimes leave the nest. If you leave your nest, I want to make sure everybody can hear me. If you leave your nest, I don't care if the nest is Chicago, New York, Atlanta, Cali. I don't care if it's Salem, Illinois. I don't care if it's Nantucket, Georgia. Little towns, big places. If you leave your nest, man, you find out that your rate of success, it goes up. It doesn't go down, because when you leave the nest, or you in that we're gonna put it metaphorically, okay, in a way of you're gonna have to be able to fly. Can't stay in the same place doing the same thing and think you're gonna be successful. So you got to be able to fly and get away from some things, right? What's up, Terrence? And what I find out, man, is a lot of people are afraid to leave the nest. They're afraid to leave the nest. They're afraid to go try something different or do something different. And then they don't understand why they're not getting anything different. They don't understand why they're not able to hit that successful. Oh, I'm going the right way, yeah. Hit that successful streak, or get on that lane with it being successful. Jace Ferguson, how you doing? So a lot of times, man, people don't understand. If you leave your nest, there's a greater possibility for you to be successful. It's one of the reasons why I left Chicago. I left Chicago, I was 21. Joined the Army. Because it wasn't that I don't think I would have made it to Chicago. I don't think that the success of me being able to make it to the level where I want to make it to would have been able to do it. I don't think I'd have been. I'm still striving to be even more successful, but I know already where I'm at right now, it'll probably been a 3 times as hard a struggle as a fight for me to get there if I stayed in Chicago. So I left, joined the Army. The Army took me all over the world. Some places, I didn't want to go, but I went anyway, but it was still getting out that nest. And a lot of people, man, do not get out. They don't leave their nest. They don't leave their home. They don't leave their neighborhood. They don't want to leave their friends. They don't, this whole thing of, I don't want to leave my homeboys. I don't want to leave my homegirls. So how you going to be successful? You're staying in the same pot. You're staying in the same, in that same community, or you're staying in that same environment, but yet you want to be successful in life, but you're not willing to take a chance getting outside the box. The number one reason why people become successful when you leave the nest is because now you have to be focused on being successful. You have to be focused on making sure that you're not only doing what's necessary to survive, but you're doing what's necessary to keep your head above water. So now everything that you do when you leave, your horizons open. You find more opportunities that open. You begin to start finding your whole circle of friends change, right? So as your circle of friends change, the people that you're used to being able to kind of like, socialize with all the time, you get to a new place, or you get a new environment, and you're automatically, it's just human nature, automatically you begin to find new people. You're not going to be looking for the same people because you don't know nobody. So now you open up to finding new people, or being able to at least get to know new people. And I would challenge everybody, man, to do that. Challenge every person that's just not on this live, but just in life, period. You want to be successful, you're going to have to get out your nest. You're going to have to get out of your comfort zone of what you think success may be, and is, and getting to an understanding that, you know, you're gonna have to let go of some of those latches that you put on yourself, latching on the things. I'm telling you, man, there's so much opportunity out here. You know, just not, you know, people in Columbus, Georgia, in this area, sometimes sit in this area, stay in this area, live in this area, and then they wonder why they're not doing any better. Because you stay in the same place you grew up in. You never spread your wings to fly. You never try to fly. You know, going back to the same place you come from, that's easy. But going someplace and planning your new routes and being able to succeed in a way to where you're able to do even more or greater things, or just being able to have a fresh start, that's hard. That's a harder sell. Because a lot of people are afraid of truly being able to succeed. And if they don't, man, I'm telling you, boy, if only they knew, if you leave your nest, you're going to fly. You are not going to fail. You know why? Because your human nature instinct of survival kicks in. And I'm not talking about getting out here doing illegal stuff. I'm not talking about getting out here committing crime stuff. That means that when you leave your nest, if you got to work 2 jobs in order to get yourself up to a point where you're able to financially be secure or be comfortable, you're going to do that. Why? Because now you're in survival mode. Human fight or flight, right? So human body has this thing. The mind already has it. We have it. Something happens, we either fight or flight, which means that we either going to fight the situation or we're going to run from the situation. The human mind has a thing also. When we're put in uncomfortable situations, we either do 2 things. We either succumb to them, but we also become comfortable in succumbing, or we overcome them by making what's uncomfortable to us attach and adapt to how we're going to be. Human mind is something else. The brain, the body, the spirit of us is amazing, and we haven't even tapped 10% of really understanding the human body and nature and spirit of things. But understand that if we put ourselves in a position where we have to make it, we're gonna make it. You're not gonna fail, and people don't realize that, man. You're not gonna fail. Man, so true. I'm driving at the same time while. Yeah, and you're right, Jason, man. That's one of the things, man, that don't never leave home. And I'm not trying to criticize anybody. I don't want to criticize nobody, but I just want to let you know that every person that I've met that's successful left. They didn't stay. They left. I don't care if they would live in Atlanta. They left Atlanta and moved down to Pipsqueak, Georgia, to a little town in Pipsqueak, Georgia, and became successful because they left their nest. They left the comfortability of what they used to, right? And I got friends that gonna get on live right now. I got some friends, they still in Chicago and stuff like that. But they left. They left. My boy, my high school friend, Daryl Flood, he left, joined the Navy. Didn't work out as well, but at least he left Chicago and went and tried to do something else. That little bit of experience of leaving Chicago, going someplace else, in my opinion, prompted him and sprung him into a position where he realized it's so much more out here in this world. Man, please, I'm not going to stay trapped into this idea of where of being in the nest and stuff like that. But it's just the understanding that people that I know, like you say, Shantae, like when you was homeless, it's that uncomfortable situation that makes us automatically adapt to understand that no matter what, we're still able to succeed if we adjust our mindset to being able to succeed. We either succumb or we make the situation adapt to us as we overcome, right? And that's it. And even if a person get out here and they say, well, I can't make it, I don't know what I'm going to do, I got to do this, I got to do that. What happens is that because you're in a new environment, new things attaches to you already. You see the things differently, or you see opportunities that other people didn't see, right? Person can come from Nantucket, Georgia to Chicago, and it's a whole new world for them, right? But because they left the nest of Nantucket, they see things differently when they get to a big city, or vice versa, or wherever. But when you leave your when you leave your nest, when you leave that place where you're so comfortable with, and you get out of your comfort zone, you begin to really blossom and fly and do even more things. And now your growth, you start to grow. You start to really grow because you're not in the comfort zone of comfortability. It's the same reason why why mother birds push their babies out the nest or edge them out the nest, right? An eagle isn't an eagle unless it can fly. An eagle is not an eagle unless it can fly. An eagle doesn't become an eagle because it's in a nest. It's in an egg. No. It's not an eagle while it's in a nest. I don't care. The baby is not an eagle while it's in the nest. That's why the mother eagle urges it and eventually pushes it out the dang old nest. You gotta fly. You're not an eagle while you're in the nest. When that eagle begins to fly and spread its wings, that's when we recognize it being an eagle. That's when we take notice of being an eagle. Until then, it's just what? It's just a bird in the nest. We don't even call it eagle. So it's the same thing when it comes down to people, us as people. We are continuously being in that immature state. Not immature like in a bad way, but we're not growing. We're not growing. So, and like you say, Shante, people being able to travel. Traveling is a good thing. Going different places, visit different cultures, seeing things differently. I definitely accredit a lot of that to the military, sending me different places, but I'm glad because I was able to see different cultures. There are people who do not have the capabilities that we have here in America as far as all the technology and stuff like that. But do you know there are cultures who do 3 times as much as us? And we call them primitive, but they run water, they have society, they grow food, they eat healthy, and they're healthy. But if you wouldn't know that unless you travel and see different things, understand that there is more to this world than what I have in my own little circle, my 4 boxes of what I see. If you want to be successful, you're going to have to get out of your comfort zone. Get out of the 8-block radius that you're used to living in. Get out of living on that same side of town you're used to living in. That same city, that same county. Go live in a different county. Go move to a whole other part of the state. Right? Go do something different. Go move to another, go, if you can, go move 2 states over. Go travel out of state, country, whatever. Go see something different. Do not be captivated and by the things that you're always used to. Be captivated by the things that you're not used to. Surprise yourself with the great possibility that you will learn a lot more outside of the nest than you will in the nest. You can't be successful as you want to be being accustomed to the 8-block radius or being accustomed to being in a situation where they was all we know is to be able to go and get this little part-time job, and we work at Walmart. No, don't work at Walmart. I'm just saying working at Walmart, and we're doing this here and we're doing that there. Get around some different people. Go some different places. You may definitely blow your own mind and be like, man, I didn't know I can even get this type of job. I didn't know I could do this type of field. I didn't know this was a possibility for me to do this. And then if you get so great at it, you're right. PTSD too. PTSD. Getting out there and being able to experience something different is good for PTSD. Getting out that same mind frame, that same, comfortable zone of things, and being able to get some uncomfortability, but knowing everything gonna still be okay, and dealing with those PTSD issues. You're right, Jason. Those PTSD issues that we all deal with, I deal with. I have anxiety. I have depression. I have this mode I go into where I'm extremely OCD. I'm extremely OCD, and the smallest thing around me irritates the hell out of me if it's out of place. And that deals with a lot of my PTSD. But getting out and seeing different things and just experiencing, having to make myself become accustomed to other things, it allows me to deal with my PTSD in a way now where, I'm a lot better. I'm not 100%, which I probably will never be, but I can deal with situations now a lot better than just snapping out on people in situations, things like that. So, but, I just want people to I want you to become successful. I want everybody to become successful. And people we have this thing. They say, well, hey man, how do I become successful? And I ask them this. I say, where are you from? Where was you born at? And they say, well, I was born in Columbus, Georgia. And I say, and you're 25 years old, and you're still in the same place you was born at. All you know is what you see around you. All you know is what you see around you. Where have you ever been? Well, I've been to Atlanta. I've been to what's now. I said, okay, you probably need to leave and go live in Mississippi. Go move to Arizona. Go travel, do other things. Get outside of this place. Get outside of what you see here. Go to New York. Go to Maine. Go to Massachusetts. Whatever. Because when you start to experience different things, you start to pick up successful. You start to pick up the successful tidbits, I call them. Like, you go places, you see what's working there or what's happening there to make people successful, and you come back and you like, man, this might work here. Well, it might work when I'm doing this here, or it might work, whatever. Or you may go somewhere place, totally move, and be like, oh, they don't have this here. They only have a little Vienna. They don't have Vienna here, so I'm gonna open up a Vienna here. And all of a sudden, your little Vienna kick off in little Midtown, Georgia. You from big city New York, you move down to Midtown, Georgia, or whatever, and you open up a damn Vienna, and lo and behold, your damn Vienna blows up. It's just the most popular thing in the whole little 3-county area. Why? It was because you left. We leave, even though you're going to leave your home, you still have a lot of ideas and stuff that you grew up with. But when you go to a new place, now you're able to bounce those ideas off and see what works, what don't work. Or when you go, and then you begin to start, you catch on to other things that is working in places because it's new eyes, new face, new ears, your new environment, and you're soaking up what's there. And sometimes we can sit. Come on, man. Come on. Oh, goodness. Sometimes you can sit in a place so long to where you become numb to everything else around it. And that's so true. You can sit in an environment so long to where you become numb to the stuff around it. Right? You can sit in a garbage can so long to where you're used to the smell. It no longer does it make you want to throw up. Now you just like, okay, I can, whatever. And I know that for a fact because guess what? In combat, I slept next to dead bodies on the other side of the little wall, but the wall was kind of what's name. But I know it was dead bodies because guess what? They stink. And for 4 months, I slept next to dead, rotten bodies. And I became comfortable with sleeping next to dead, rotten bodies. Lord Jesus, man. Right? So you become comfortable just being in an environment, and if you allow yourself to, you can definitely get used to it. And that same thing goes with when we're talking about being successful and pushing for us to be pushing towards success, is we have to sometimes get up out of our comfort zone. Push for something different. Go for something different. Understand there's nothing wrong with doing something different. We are very capable people, able to do a whole lot if we just get out of our comfort zone, right? So, ladies and gentlemen, Pablo! What's up, Pablo? Oh, man. What's up, Massard? What's up, Massard? Man, what's up, Pablo? It's good to see you, brother. I saw I can't call her Milena. Kunsi. No, Milena. I call her Kunsi. I saw Kunsi. Well, I saw Milena and you in the picture, man. I ain't Milena, 22 years old, man. I think about those kids all the time. PJ, CJ, Milena. I'm like, man, now they all grown. I'm like, I must be getting old. I saw CJ, his basketball tournament and everything, man. So, it's good stuff, Pablo. Good stuff, man. I hope to see you again here soon in life, brother. Down there. Hope you're still down there in Texas. So, and I got to go back in here in this class, but I just want to be able to share that with everybody a little bit and let you know that, if you get outside your comfort zone, you're able to have that success that you want to have and do a lot of things you want to do. And I just want you all to continue to strive and push to be successful because you're able to do it, all right? I'm finna go finish doing this trucking class so I get my CDL out of my comfort zone. Ain't that something? You all have a blessed day. I'll be back a little later as I'm done with this class back on here, and we're going to talk about some more stuff. Help be successful, right? Sharing some of my experiences. Hopefully you'll be able to take them and do some other things with them that you want to do in life and strive on, all right? You all have a blessed afternoon. I'll talk to you later. Bye-bye.